Alright, folks, I say with a big smile on my face, welcome to another episode of my Holy Broken Empire playthrough, where it is in this episode that I'm going to be able to show you guys just how broken I believe the Empire to be. But there's one other thing that I want to do here, guys, before I manage my state of affairs in terms of the Empire. And that is declare war on France before he becomes an invalid rival. And so I think the smartest thing to do, the best CB I have looks like a conquest CB on behalf of Burgundy. So let's go. Now, I do not envy him because it's like 1529 and we're like the majority of Europe. The dream is real. So, poor frickety Francie Frenchy Pants. He's about to get El Recarino'd. But, I kind of am feeling like we should be able to fight multiple wars. And one of which, now the Venetian Trade League, anybody inside the Empire should have disbanded. So he is a suitable nation to reconquest into for, it looks like a large amount of reconquest for Serbia. I wonder just how vulnerable he looks. Maybe just one of our stacks alone would be able to brutalize him. Now notice we only have one Diplo relation slot. That's very important. And I will probably break it, honestly, because my likelihood of allying, PUing England seems to have sort of slipped away. Russia is no longer a valid rival. And another thing that I should do is make pretty much the whole bloody world high priority. So there's a lot of stuff we need to do in terms of managing the empire. And obviously it can be tedious. A lot of it can be tedious, including going through the subjects tab and handing over occupations to the right subject. As we now literally have, I think, just under 70 subjects. But I hope finally, guys, that I can show you guys the potential that I believe the Holy Roman Empire has truly when it is unleashed. And I hope that you guys then see why it was that I wanted the earliest revoke I could possibly have, and I didn't want to be bogged down in any way, shape, fashion, and form in terms of being bogged down waiting for any kind of union to integrate, and not wanting to or not caring about reigning in Italy, not caring about bloody anything. Because even if I had a small empire isolated in to Germany, I would take it as long as it was if it was quick and early. Do you guys see what I'm saying? If this was my empire, I'd be happy with it. But it just so happened, as long as it was earlier, if it was like 10 years earlier than this or 15 years earlier, but it just so happens that this is pretty early. It's pretty early. It is my earliest, and it happens to be a huge, freaky empire. So, it's good. It's good. I'm not going to complain. But there's a few things we have to do here, including, hey, he converted himself when we gave him Catholic land. Awesome. We have to get rid of the center of, he flipped friendly. Hanuit did. I bet you that there's a forced religion here. I bet you Catholic is his favored nation for him to do that. That was pretty aggressive. Like, he prefers Catholic over anything else. Okay, it's going to take us 12 months. So maybe that will be converted. Not the end of the world. Now, any other heretics? Let's do alphabetical. Aiken. Where are you? Ah, he's at the top. I wasn't right at the top. Okay, done. I've got another dude around, right? So he can't be converted just yet. Poor guy. Okay, he's gonna have religious instability. That's right. Nuremberg. Where's N? Down here. Mantua. I think that's all of our heretics. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Protestantism. Y'all about to be dead and gone. Now, my diplomats, however, guys, I'm gonna improve relations with some of my more significant subjects here. Alrighty, feeling really, really good about this. I want that Center of Reformation to go away. It's going to take a year's time. So, subjugation of the papacy, of course. Alright, well, we could chill with -2 Diplo. Reputation, I don't really care about that, but it's going to be inconsequential soon. Alright, so let's do Reconquest here. I'm sure we can fight both these wars at the same time. If you, I say, Venice, you for too long have you been a threat to me, a sword in my side with your defensive alliance, and in fact, only a bloody couple months ago you rivaled me at the audacity to consider yourself a rival? Despicable. You shall be destroyed. Look at me now, Venice. Let's take offensive ideas. Alright, and I'm really looking forward, believe it or not, guys, to having that Diplo relations slot. Some of you might be confused as to why I might be excited about that, but I am. The Austrian Diplo relations slot is going to help us really nicely. And the discipline finally unlocking is going to be a nice little bonus as well. As I do plan to not be a complete pushover myself, I want to keep busy. Actually, one of the plans I have, guys, my next idea group, I want it to be colonial ideas. And I wanted to have little colonies and work on smashing out different regions whilst our empire fights in the motherland in Europe. Oh, man. It is the golden age, guys, the golden era. So we're capped out on stability. Let's look at our economy now. Ooh, 58 ducats per month. Beauty. Beauty. Liver desire is good. Beauty. Oh, mate. We just embraced. So now the only provinces I have are the only provinces I intend to have, at least for a while. So I can just use this nicely and start converting, building rather, investing the money that we make nicely. Let's get a hire there. I'm going to hire him. That discipline advisor is good, but he's also a higher level. And I can roll another military general. Let's do that. I can also take military points from the estates. So I need 13 more. Oh god, I don't think land is going to give us any more, is it? Now I think about it, shoot. I might have to take this general. Damn it. Feels bad, man. I have to take that general, and now I have to take away from the nobility, which is it's going to cost us some rebels. So we took the points. That's what counts, and I'll take it away when I have troops in position to fight back against those rebels. All right, now we need to begin to. Serbia's at the top. Croatia was at the top as well. I want to have a little bit of an idea of where each of our subjects are. Control Bohemia, imperial authority. Well, we need the legitimacy. And, the Imperial Authority is, I guess, better now than ever because we have none, but, I mean, we just don't need it, you know? Local development cost for the... Wait, is it the whole world? No, it's just Silesia. Well, Bohemia would like that, but I could develop Bohemia's land, but I don't really have an excess of points, and Bohemia would like that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Fairly insignificant though, that mission. A lot of these two are not very well thought out, I don't think, guys. The Hungarian and Bohemian sort of path. Okay, so France is getting a little bit rolled over by our subjects, lol. And I have too many generals. That's a bad one. Oh, wow, nice. Oh, never mind. He's gonna lose. I thought Bulgaria was about to get onto his capital, but there's like a billion dudes there. Looks like the rest of our subjects are gonna charge in over. Okay, I guess Genoa has this area stated up. Yep. I'm going to grant those provinces to him. Our subject of Genoa. I don't seem to have CB against Castile. That's a shame. I wonder if he'll integrate Naples soon. I'm going to go ahead and make a claim on Naples. I think he probably would integrate Naples soon, right guys? I think the Iberian wedding happened about 50 years ago now. Okay, now Burgundy. Good guess. You can tell that I've played as the Emperor before. Burgundy is also near the top. He's not right at the top, but he's near it. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. I want to finish up these wars. I declared that war because France was about to become a valid rival, and I wanted to... Let's take manpower from the Pope. Rather than tax, I'm going to just boost mercantilism. Because it's a permanent modifier. Yeah, we're going to get a bunch of power projection from defeating France, who currently is our rival, and we're never going to have another valid rival again because we're quite simply too powerful. So we kind of progressed in power too quickly. Bye-bye, Center of Reformation, guys. I think that is the last center we will see. I think there's another center of reform that could spawn, technically, but I don't think it will, because we crushed it. Even though they spawned in pretty precarious situations, we managed to crush Protestantism after all. Yeah, well, I don't ever see somebody becoming a valid rival again, even Ming. I don't think they would be a valid rival. We are the #1 great power, far above Ming, I suggest, in 1529. Pretty good. Pretty cool, pretty fun. And now with Venice, I can return Dalmatia to Croatia with the return core, even though we doing a reconquest CB. Does not work normally. I wonder if we can get out there. I've only got 11 transports, so it'd be easy if we just had access to... Okay, nice. Walk out then, deal with that, rebels. Those rebels. There's one other thing I want to do, though, and that's actually just annex. Oh, he allied Poland as if. his only ally was Venice, or guarantee, and I was going to declare a war on him. Just quickly gobble him up for free. But, never mind, I guess. We'd have to deal with Poland. I'd much rather attack Poland directly. We can make Albania co-belligerent or something. Okay, so we won't be fighting that war in that case. Alright, our subject of Serbia gets all this, and this will go to Croatia, who is also our subject inside of the Empire, and he's just about ready to accept that. And then we can start doing some of the more exciting things. Okay, I've got to deal with the nobility. That's what I have to do. Nobility wants to take over the country. We've got to remove them from at least one province, it looks like. But we'll see. Two provinces, that's what I thought. Alright, and for the sake of pragmatism, for truce time, we're pretty much not going to be taking anybody's money or anything like that nowadays, guys, because I want to have a bloody good game. You know, that's what I'm going for. Nice, these rebels were taken care of. Okay. Cool. So the empire expands nicely. And I think, let's quickly deal with this. We're at peace. It is finally the moment that I can unleash what it is that I wanted to unleash. No, we're still at war with France, you goober. Let's just finish this one up quickly. We're almost there. If somebody can occupy this province, I'll quickly give it over to Burgundy. Let's have a look. Something like that, right? And then this one here. Yeah, somebody occupy that. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. The unstoppable empire. I'm trying to think, what war should we actually declare? Surely Denmark? Yep. We're going to declare Denmark. I wish. Let me think. No, I have to think about it. I'm not actually sure which war I want to go to immediately. This war. Yeah, we'll fight that, and we can holy war into... It's not guaranteed by the MEMS, thankfully. Okay, we got something to do around this region. We'll do that. Hey, stop increasing the coin cost, you bastard. I guess if we feed it to the Empire, it doesn't matter. I'll, dunno. Have a think about it. But we're going to declare war out there in the Caucasus region. Let's just finish this up really quickly. Good job. There we go. There should be France dealt with. A little bit more war squad. There we go. And same thing. Truce time. So our aggressive expansion is getting really high, guys. But there you go. Boom. The empire expands. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Go away. Wow. Okay, we're at peace. Wow. Okay, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys, for something a little bit peculiar? France is no longer a valid rival. Nobody is a valid rival. Feels bad, man. I could and should at some stage take Defender of the Faith. The monthly war exhaustion reduction would be nice. I should have already got that advisor. Yeah, okay. Let's begin by granting provinces to Genoa if I can ever find him. It's now alphabetical. There he is. There you go, sir. He doesn't need to call them up or anything like that. Okay. Alright, I'm waiting for my diplomats to return. Let's move on outwards to... We don't need both armies. I'm going to drill. He's our best general ever. Let's drill this one. In fact, let's drill them both. That one. And I want to use the other one in combat too. Hopefully they get an increased stat boost or something. Okay, let's have a look. So, at Tech 10, Holland is going to get a new idea. There. I just broke my alliance with Byzantium. My vassalage, rather. Which costs 25 prestige. Let's go deploy our navy somewhere. Okay. What is this? Tyrol development costs, state maintenance. Oh. Or +3 advisor with 50% cost. Let's take that. This advisor that we have is going to die soon anyway. Cool. Okay, now that might have looked a little bit crazy, guys. Do you know what else we're going to do? We're going to break Sweden. We're going to break Sweden. Now, I'm going to... We've got a truce with Bohemia. You guys obviously beginning to catch on with what I'm doing. I'm going to bestow Imperial Grace to Byzantium to build some relations. Cancel our revoke embargo here. Or revoke our embargo there, rather. Okay. We just lost 2 large subjects. But we're not going to stop there. Because I'm going to break Burgundy as well. Now looky here. Do you guys remember my video? When I asked you why were there so many provinces inside the empire? Well, as you can see, Burgundy will add provinces. Why? Because he's a self-autonomous nation who it just so happens that he likes me. Not for long, but that we intend to recover those sort of relations. Pragmatic sanction is insignificant. We are the ruler regardless of what happens. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So these are ultimately, now that they're no longer members of the empire, going to result in relation slots, which I'm going to begin to fill up. So truce for Holland is 3 years. Now looky here, guys. Sweden is rivaling Denmark. Oh. Interesting. Byzantium is rivaling Venice and the Ottomans. Huh. Oh. How interesting. We do, of course, lose them as our subjects. Means less money. And less anything else for that matter. But we've got a lot of the world that is our friends. I'm going to go ahead and what is the lowest development province? Looks like that is. I can't claim on him because I don't own any of the stuff. Damn it. I intended to go into here. Do I seriously have to fight that? What's the solution? I think waiting for this war and then going in there. I think that's the solution. Yeah. Okay. Soon we'll have 2k ducats. I can pass that. We can do the build manufacturers one. Cool. But 2k ducats will give us inflation reduction, which will help us out. Okay, we're doing fine. This is gonna be it for now. This is gonna be it. I didn't realize we had a truce. That's a little bit unfortunate. Proclaiming my guarantee over Sweden. So I'm gonna go ahead and influence with all of our cash. Byzantium. Same thing to Sweden. And our relations are beginning to look pretty good. Proclaim guarantee, and there it is. Grab the alliance, Bohemian. Didn't you guys know? Alliance al gratero than Vassalo. Okay. Sweden needs a little bit of relations. I've done just about anything I can do. Apart from... I don't think steering trade improves relations, does it, guys? But regardless, we're going to have these guys steer trade towards us as... yeah, he's too strong. Burgundy's too strong. That's fine. So royal marriage Portugal, just by chance if he dies there, 37 years old, we inherit him. That's fine. Okay, Sweden. Now, okay, there we go. I think, oh wow, we're so close, see, they get negative 200 relations for Overlord abandons us. They don't like that at all. Alright. Now remember, Byzantium has done religious ideas and therefore he has Deus Volt CB. Oh yeah, I can't bloody claim. I don't have a province bordering. I forgot. Castile. So I'm going to go ahead and declare this war in a moment. But I want to make sure that we're doing everything that I desire to do. I think... oh, apparently not. I thought Burgundy has claims on Provence, which he does, but we can't utilize his claims anymore. So he's rivaling France and Venice. Oh, interesting. As Burgundy's rivaling France. Oh, Duma Pala. Ooh. Okay. Interesting stuff. I hope to be in a bit of a different situation, guys. I'm not going to lie. I hope to have owned all of this, which by this time, we wouldn't have the unions, but I would have this land here, which would make a very significant difference. So, not quite exactly what I expected. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I had put a lot of thought into this, what we were going to do, and I'm just not quite in the spot that I'd like to be in regards to what I was thinking about. Yeah, but that's just about it here. I need to grab this guy as an ally, so I think sending a gift. Yeah, okay, we'll go all the way. That should be enough to ally him. There we go. And then I suppose, as we declare a glorious war to go out eastward and give me some CBs, some Holy War CBs that I desire, because we're going to continue expanding ourselves, I'm going to explain the significance of what we just did here. We released Byzantium, Burgundy, and Sweden, if it's not that apparent, which I'm sure it is apparent to many of you. And the significance of that, guys, is that they are now completely self-autonomous. Completely. And this means, historically, the strength of playing as the Emperor and the extent in which that it can be exploited, the Empire can be exploited, is that you can feed the Empire, use their claims, like for example Bohemia, and it is almost in a manner, it is almost the best CB ever. Like it's the equivalent of Reconquest, for example, because you. Are you large, Ethiopia? I'd say not really, but we might ally him. And I'd like to PU him if I could throughout the course of the game. Yeah, exploiting the Empire by feeding it is a pretty productive thing to do, right? Even claims are extremely valuable because the Empire does all the work integrating it for you, and as long as they core the provinces up, just like Bohemia did, then theoretically we hit that last button and it's just free, right? It's just 100% free. But I have played the Empire many times back to back, and it occurred to me that you get the subjugation of the papacy or the occupation of Rome nowadays. There's nothing you can do, and this is how this occurred to me. There's nothing you can do about it. And usually the Pope is just a one province minor, right? And it occurred to me that the best solution to this predicament is to just release him once you revoke. You just release him. Just break him as a subject. And therefore you no longer have those modifiers. But I was under the impression, if I was to do that ultimately he would not belong to me. And because of my experience playing as the Emperor, thank you for that, Burgundy. Pretty cool. Not very significant, but pretty cool. What occurred to me, guys, is that when I finally hit that button, I obtained Rome. So in other words, even though he is not my subject, he was still a member of the Empire, and I still fully annexed him. And if that wasn't enough, see, some of these guys are not very happy with us. Even if they don't even vote for you, you still will get their entire land. And then I had a rumblings in my little tiny brains, guys. My little tiny brains, and I thought about it. And I thought about how this could be exploited in other ways. So, for example, Sweden is now completely independent. And so we might find that if we crush Russia, if we come up here and crush Russia, that he will attack Russia in his own war. And that is the difference. Is we remain at that high level of sort of quote-unquote exploitation of the empire, but we will be at an even higher level, because the dream Now, we are reinforced by a truce, but the dream is that we go in against Poland and Bohemia goes in his own self-autonomous war. And that is what we're going to simulate. But we're not going to stop there. What I wanted to do, guys, is Brandenburg. I'm not going to lie. I wanted Brandenburg to feed him out here. Usually Brandenburg will fairly consistently, he will sort of take over this region a bit. He usually will have at least his region and take over Pomerania somewhat. And I wanted to feed him out all the way out here. And then, of course, release him. And then, of course, you attack Poland and Bohemia and Brandenburg attack Poland. Are you beginning to see the significance? Self-autonomously. And the dream is that they will reach a stage where they are a great power, where they are simply more powerful than the target. They don't need to be prompted for us to attack them or anything like that. And if that's not cool enough, they add their provinces to the empire. They add their provinces to the empire. How cool is that? I can break his alliance, and it does not give Burgundy a truce against him. And we might find that Burgundy uses his claim to go in against him and annexes him autonomously and adds it to the empire. And so, what I intend to do is give Burgundy indirectly, by paving his way to success, the entire French region. And I wish him to become imperial rank and a great power, and he cannot move his empire outside his capital outside the empire. And when I pass this, we will inherit his entire nation. And if he is an independent nation, he can even take colonial ideas, and we can inherit his colonies. So this is what I intend to do, guys, in this playthrough. I intend to restore the Eastern Roman Empire and pave Byzantium's way for success. He is rivaling the Ottomans, and we're going to pave his way for success to allow him to declare. We're going to feed Bohemia at least the Polish region, because he will embrace it. I'm hoping to have nicely running, efficient nations. So we can see here that Byzantium has accepted Turkish already. So we're going to give him all of Anatolia. I'm going to give Sweden all of Scandinavia. And of course, the idea is, because they are independent, that they have the potential to colonize. They can do anything. So I'm really, really, really excited. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. And that's not it. I intend to release Holland as well. I might change my mind, but I'm going to release Holland because I'd like him to colonize, which is likely something that he will do. And what I'm hoping to do is actually, this can be done post-revoke as well, guys. This is something that you might not realize. This can be done post-revoke. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that once Castile forms Spain, which he'll do when he gets Admin Tech 10, we can go to war against him. I can take a province from Aragon. I can add it to the empire. I can release Aragon as a vassal. I can reconquest all of the core here. And then we can break the alliance. And if he's happy with us, not only will he be completely self-autonomous, but he'll add it all to the empire. He'll add it to the empire. How cool is that? So I had 10 guys for the whole of Europe to be added to the empire. Now, we do have some issues here where I would have to release Serbia for him to add these. So, yeah, it's whatever. We could do it. We could not do it. It's whatever. I might do it later and take a screenshot. Now, we could do the same thing up here if we were able to get Scotland inside the empire, which could be a little bit more difficult. Alternatively, we could do Wales or something like that. Cornwall, which is a little bit easier. Or we could simply feed him to a nation that would give the entire thing. The idea is, though, if we gave it to Wales or Cornwall, they would at least have it like they would be a nice, powerful. I mean, they would literally be Great Britain, literally, right? There'd be no downside to that eventually. But yeah, I'm really glad that I managed to get myself into this position. And I just hope that I can exploit it efficiently, guys. And this is why I kind of took your guys' requests. I'm going to be busy reading the comments. What should we ultimately achieve, guys? I might release Novgorod as the Russian power, or we could just release Kiev, something like that. That could be cool. We could release Kiev. He's closer. He's much closer to the Empire. And yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll release Kiev, reconquest for him, build him up, then release him as we crush the Russians. However, what you're going to find, guys, is the Empire, hopefully, the dream is to have it so that Byzantium is stronger than the Ottomans objectively, right? And then he makes short work of them by himself. That's the idea, and continues onwards. But what we might find is that the nations, within 100 years or so, they become so self-efficient that we're no longer needed. And for that reason, I really think that I would like to make like a colony and start really focusing out areas, nations, and get really ahead of the game. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, but this is a good example. For example, this is Asia, so we theoretically we could add nations to the empire out here. Like we could add Georgia or something and release them, and have them own the entire culture group, and they could continue crusading out eastward. It's definitely possible, but the reality is like what I'm trying to explain is we have to go somewhere. I think North Africa is another example. We could begin cracking down on North Africa ourselves. I'll have a think about it in between episodes, which area we should focus. Perhaps North Africa and West Africa and so on. Let's go for a rank 3 advisor. Why not? Get those points. I have a feeling we're going to start swimming in points. What the? Yay, we got lucky there. 50-50 for 5 prestige. But it's satisfying. It's satisfying that we pulled it off. Like Burgundy, like France is like, hey, my rival Burgundy. But if he attacks him, I'm just guaranteeing for relations, by the way, guys. If he attacks him, he deals with the emperor, right? I'm like, hey, that's my empire. But of course, not only does the emperor call in his allies, he calls in the whole empire. And meanwhile, Burgundy's doing whatever he can as an independent nation to expand the empire, and so are other nations, right? I just find it hilarious. Like, France was like, wait, what's going on here? Like, this is not fair, right? Awesome. I found out an interesting thing, though, how when you pass that, it seems a bit glitchy. Your vassals inside the empire no longer take diplo slots as if you revoked. That could be exploited like crazy, right? I mean, like if you were going for a hyper, like basically you could conquer into the empire, release them as a vassal, and they wouldn't take a slot. It's just an interesting kind of mechanic, which is perhaps not intended. I wish you could turn your drilling off when you declare a war automatically. That always happens to me, and I didn't intend it to happen. I should have been drilling this whole time. I should actually have troops out here as well, ready to fight this war. Who would back them up? The Mams. Ugh. Okay, maybe that war then. Maybe against QQ. But obviously our subjects would help us out. I feel like we'd need more troops out here. Yeah, now obviously, guys, we're hiring expensive advisors and so on, and our subjects, we are giving some of the bigger, significant ones away, like we're going to give Bohemia away. But still, having all of this in the Union is, I mean, think about how, not the best shape our economy was, and then boom, we're a beast, right? That is, oh, you know what? Let's just save up to 2k to complete that mission. Let's just save up our money. Let's just save up. Stop spending it so much. Okay. What happened? He allied France. You think it matters? You think it matters? When our truce is up, the idea is to smash France into the ground and pave Burgundy's way for, he's like, haha, reconquest CB, you sucker. I hope Holland doesn't take his third idea, which he hasn't yet. I think my truce is up with him, so as soon as we finally peace out, if I can even get there. Come on, man, fort level 1, just die. Thank you. Become annexed. Yeah, and we're just gonna live like we're like a colonial overlord here in Europe, guys. Like, we don't have to do anything, I swear. We're gonna be able to develop extremely high, like our provinces, just to Timbuktu. We're gonna develop them so high, it's gonna be awesome. Because we're gonna have more points than we know what to do with. Alright. That's done. Now, if my truce is up, it said it came out this year. No. October. It's the beginning of this year. I want to cancel the Netherlands because I want him to colonize, which I think is quite realistic that he'll do that. We could feed him England. I have to think about this, though. That is a slot that we don't need, so is that. Most likely we'll just cancel this if we don't PU him in a second. Wait, Dievis on Castile as well? Wow. The three-way dynasty, damn. So we're at 3 relations of 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 4, which means we have a total of 3 nations. I want Aragon. That's 1. I could do the Netherlands, and I think a Russian is a smart idea. I think a Russian and Aragon are the essentials, and then there's one more I could do. I might do the Netherlands. I'll have a think about it. The thing is, guys, if we did the Teutons, it's kind of smart. He's going for religious ideas. He could convert stuff up, but I mean, there's no real reason to do, like, in terms of culture group or anything like that. Yeah. Yep. I think we're going to start expanding out this way. Into Asia a little bit. Why are you guaranteeing him? How does Dulcadar have such good alliance? What the? How does that even work? I'm confused. How are you so good, Dulcadar? What an idiot. I think we might just fight him. Mama who? Mama who? You ain't nothing to us, son. I think we might just go into Dulcadar. Take over this region ourselves. I want Holy War CB against the Ottomans, so that we can just crush him. Either way, guys, I'm kind of rambling. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. It's pretty crazy. I think you guys understand the potential, but we have to get things up and running. This is a war I should fight. I should go in against Denmark and try to force Sweden to attack Denmark. He's got no allies. I think that's indeed plausible. So I wonder how strong Sweden is. He's got a total of 6k. That's a problem. That's a problem. We need to empower him. One thing I'm going to do is this, before I forget, and I'm going to give Bohemia, I don't know if this will, it does. I'm going to give Bohemia reduced development cost now that he's going to be independent next year. Okay. Alright, I guess this mission we're never going to complete until we hit the HRE button. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you're excited for the future of this series. This is a bit crazy and a bit different, right? We want to... It might be a little bit tedious, but we want to get them up and running, right? We want Byzantium to have the courage. He's no longer a subject. Let's check Byzantium. His force limit should be higher than it is. Look at that, 8 to 19. Now, they're not subjects, and that means that they're even more powerful, right? They're amplified, but we need to embolden them. We need to make it, we need to boost their confidence and have them expand. But I'm looking forward to feeding Aragon into Castile, and that's why I didn't want to PU him, and he's going to be completely self-autonomous. I'm really looking forward to the future of this game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. It's pretty crazy. I'll see you next time.